Hi guys, Chris from Vanhunks here. Today we're going to be walking you through the new Shad 10.5 fishing kayak. So the kayak, when you buy it, comes standard with a paddle, the new Vanhunks paddle. It's super nice. As well as a rod holder and a paddle leash, so you don't lose your paddle. So let's start at the front and work our way back. So at the front, you've got a really nice carry handle that's molded into the kayak, so nothing can break and nothing can give when you're holding the kayak and carrying it and transporting it. Then just behind that, you've got your drain plug. So if any water is to get into the kayak, you can drain it. Super simple, just flip the kayak over, sort of get the nose towards the water, towards the ground, and the water will just come out. Then just in front of that, we've got a nice nifty hatch. So this hatch, what I recommend is putting an anchor in there. It's really nice and forward. It's nice and compact. Otherwise, you can always store your battery for your fish finder or other small goodies that you want to keep safe and away. Clips over with a nice little bungee there, nice and simple. Next, we've got our foot rudder system. So the foot rudder system, if you are looking to just paddle and not use the fin drive or any of the drives, then you're going to have to set up the foot steering, because then obviously your hands are busy with the paddle, so you're not going to lean over and steer with the handle all the time. You're going to want to use the foot pegs. The foot pegs, to move them, simply just clip the thing forward. So you've got a left and right one, and you can actually slide it forward and slide it back depending on where you want it positioned. But it's not necessary if you're going to move your seat in that direction. I would suggest having your seat a bit further back so that you can access this hatch that's in the center a bit easier, but you can still use the foot control system. Then next, we've got our fin drive box. So just to take it comes standard with this little gray pod that's sitting inside there. All you simply do is click both clips towards the person sitting down. When you're sitting, you'll just clip it towards you. Then this little pull-off actually pops right out, simple, and you can fit your fin drive in quite simply. And then your fin drive set. Then you can also set your fin drive to whatever foot setting you want so that you are set and ready to go. Then next, we've got our center hatch. Really nice hatch. Clips in really nice. You can actually feel it suck shut. In here, it comes with a white tray. So the white tray is nice for keeping just loose hooks, sinkers, baits, even your phone if you want to take some photos. All that stuff, and then it opens up into the actual hull of the kayak. You can put that away nice and simply. Then next, we've actually got, for the fin drive, there's a hook here that's on a bungee. You can actually set the distance onto how you want it. I prefer to have mine quite tight, because when I do clip it onto the fin drive, you just pull it and clip it over one of the fin drive bars. When you clip it over the bar, it actually keeps the fin drive open under the kayaks. When you're fishing in shallow water, or when you are in shallow water, you're not going to be hitting anything and it's not going to be in the way. So it's quite nice. You're not having to fight with your fin drive to keep it open. Just simply clip it over and your fin drive's open and you're ready to go. Next, we've got our rudder cord. The nice rudder cord with a T grip. So it's quite simple to hold. You simply just pull it towards you. So when you're sitting down, you just pull it towards you. It'll clip out of its mechanism that's gripping it, and it'll drop the rudder system down. Then to lift it, you simply just pull it towards you and just sort of clip it into that clip again, and the rudder will stay up. And that's that. Then we've got our seat. The nice thing with the Vanhunks seat, the new seat, is it sits quite a bit higher, giving you a bit more backrest and giving you a bit more comfort. I mean, you can sit on the water for a significant amount of time without having any discomfort. The seat is also on rails, so you can position the seat either more forward or more back, depending on how you want it. I prefer having my seat just a bit further back, because then I can access this hatch a bit easier, so I'm not having to, between my legs and fight it. I prefer having it a bit back, and then I position my fin drive more towards me to make it a bit easier to use. Also, the new seat comes with metal clips. These metal clips, you can position the seat either forward or loosen it to sit it a bit more back. Really simple. Grips properly. It's not one of those ones you have to fight to try tie it in. Really easy to use. Then next, we've got our transducer port, which actually sits underneath the seat. There's a scupper plug sitting in the center that you'll just pop out. Once you pop that out, you'll see there's a transducer plate at the bottom. You'll take that plate off, run your transducer, you actually place your transducer underneath, run your cord through. The nice thing is, usually with transducers, they give you a lot of cables, so it does get in the way, but the nice thing is underneath your seat, so it's not going to be in the way of anything that you have on the kayak. Then, moving a bit back, we've actually got our back round hatch. Back round hatch, you can see when you open it and close it, how it sucks shut. The nice thing with this hatch is you can store goodies in there. I personally do my fish finder battery in there because it's quite out the way. I'm not ever going to have to access it, so you know it's not something I have to worry about. And that also gives me more space in the large back tank well area to store whatever I want to store in the back. Then we've also got rod holders. So you've got 2 integrated rod holders at the back. These ones actually, with their suctions, actually pop in and it keeps it completely sealed so no water can get in, but it is a sealed unit, so you're not going to have any problems with that. But pop your rod holder in, it's nice at a nice angle, so if you are trawling and things like that on the ocean or in rivers and estuaries, easy to trawl behind you at a nice angle so your rods aren't going to get tangled with each other. Then we've got these brass inserts that you can actually see behind the, so there's one behind the seat. The one behind the seat's actually for the Kayak rails. So you'll see Kayak rails, they come in various sizes. This one works for the 70 centimeter rail. The 70 centimeter rail fits nice right from the back insert all the way to the front rail. So it's one of my favorite rails for this kayak. Just because I usually keep it on my right hand side, because on the right hand side it doesn't obstruct my handle steering. So I like to keep it on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side I like to play around with all the other different rails. So I can have my fish finder, cup holder, all those other things on my left hand side. Then, sorry, behind the rod holder we've got 2 brass inserts on either side. This is actually for stabilizers or a side motor mount if you wanted to go that route. The kayak is extremely stable. So unless you're doing really long trips or you're thinking you're going to be in really rough water all the time, I don't think it'll be necessary, because I mean this kayak you can stand on, you can stand fishing for a long period of time. It's got a double hull, so you're not going to have any of those issues with stability at all. Then you've actually got back accessory rails as well, which are nice for putting smaller rails. I like to do the 30 centimeter rails on either one. This way I can put things across, I can tie things actually on using the rails. You can actually tie things on like a cooler box or things like that onto the rail. You've also got these bungees that you can use for other things like dry bags, if you're taking with a camping tent, if you're going down the Orange River, all those options are available to you. Then you've got lastly your back handle, your back rail. Back rail is screwed in with also into 2 brass inserts at the back. Really easy for lifting and carrying, makes it super simple and super easy to do. So a really easy kayak to maneuver with all these handles, built-in handles and rails, makes it simple to use. So that's from the front to the back of the brand new Vanhunks Shad. If you're looking at using it for estuaries, bass, even ocean fishing, it works for all of those. It covers all the boxes, it has all the accessories you need. The upgradability is really something that you'd want to look for in a kayak, that you can add on at later dates if you want to, or sort of customize it to your needs. Yeah, if you're looking for this kayak, please go ahead, visit the Vanhunks online store, or pop into our Montague Gardens warehouse. We have a showroom there. Happy to show you around. Cheers, guys.